Yo, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? What's up? What's up? So, today I'm going to continue the F1 2013 career mode. Going to be the Italian Grand Prix. I like the Monza track, to be honest. I'm really hoping that we can do well here. It's also going to be the last race where we could accept the contract offer from Williams, I believe, because after this they are going to remove the contract offer. I'm really hoping that they are going to give me another offer at the end of the season, because as I mentioned before, I'm not going to accept contract offers at the middle of the season. I think that would be kind of unrealistic, or I don't want to change teams that much during the career modes. So yeah, it's going to be a great track. I like the Monza track. Hopefully we will do well. And also let me just start up the game in a second. Where is it? There it is. So yeah, last time at Spa, it was another decent race that we had, although we had a bit of a collision with, I think it was one of the Force Indias. It was either Sutil or Di Resta, and unfortunately I lost out to Maldonado because of that issue, because I lost my front wing in that collision with, I think it was Sutil. But yeah, I'm going to switch over to the game screen in a second. You guys should be getting the audio and the game screen in a second. So yeah, let me just look at the... So yeah, this is the contract offer that I have from Williams that I'm not going to take at this point. I was hoping they would give me this contract at the end of the season, but they were kind of a bit early with it, I suppose. So yeah, let's have a look at the championship. So we got Vettel leading the championship, still ahead of Hamilton. Red Bull had a pretty slow race before. They weren't doing too well. And I mean, Vettel got kind of lucky because I think Hamilton retired. He had a collision with Charles Pic, my teammate. So yeah, Vettel did gain some points over him. We got Webber in third place. And then we have Rosberg. He was the one who won the Belgian Grand Prix previously. Then we have Raikkonen, Alonso, Grosjean, Hülkenberg, Massa and Perez in the top 10. Then we have Button, Di Resta, Maldonado, Vergne, Sutil, Ricciardo, Gutierrez, Bottas, me, Bianchi, Pic, and Chilton are the rest for the drivers championship. And then of course for the constructors, Red Bull is still leading Mercedes. Then we have Lotus in third place ahead of Ferrari. They have a pretty decent lead over them. We got McLaren in P5, Sauber, Force India, Rosso, Williams, Caterham and Marussia. We are still doing our objective to finish ahead of Marussia. And also, as you can see, Sauber kind of started to fall behind McLaren in the fight for P5 in the Constructors' Championship. But of course this is done because of, Gutierrez not really being the person who scores the points for the team. I mean, so far he only scored 3 points. So yeah, let me just check the Okay, so it is expected to rain on the race. That's going to be interesting. Friday is also going to be a rainy practice session, but I believe there is not going to be any... Yeah, there is no upgrades for the car. The next upgrade is going to be at the Japanese Grand Prix, so yeah, we got a long way to go. So yeah, let's just jump straight into the weekend. I mean, the championship fight is kind of close between Vettel and Hamilton. Sometimes Hamilton is doing really well, sometimes Vettel is doing really well. It's kind of even. And yeah, it is raining already at the practice. But of course, I'm not going to go out and do anything in this session. I don't have to. Since there is no R&D test. I can just skip the qualifying. Also, there is 64% chance and 88% for the race. We will see. Okay, so far it's dry, at least for now, and it looks clear, so I believe the rain is only going to arrive maybe in Q3. But of course, I'm not going to get into Q3, so, you know, I'm going to set the downforce or the setup to the lowest downforce, of course. My teammate is already heading out. Okay. Vany is already out on the track, and my teammate as well. So yeah, as usual, the team wants me to qualify P18, but yeah, that's not going to happen unless someone ends up crashing or something. I'm really hoping that I can do even better at this track than before, because this low downforce setup seems to be working really well for the car. We got Bottas, Vany, Ricciardo, Pic, Bianchi on the track. But it's going to be... I think it's going to be Vany who says the first timed lap, but he's still on his warm-up lap. He's coming up on the finish line soon. And he's going to begin his first flying lap. And then my teammate, of course, coming through Parabolica. It's kind of a shame that the team set the these upgrade frequency or upgrade... I don't know how to say it, like... The game automatically sets it, depending on what time or what team you drive for, to how frequently you get upgrades for your car. And it's set to the least frequent. So yeah, that's unfortunate. And there is, I guess, positivity in that, because if you get upgrades frequently, then there is a chance they might not work, even though you do the test for it. And of course, there is a chance that it won't work even if you have like in a balanced part, but if you have it on the slowest frequency, then it's going to work every time, I believe. Then you get like a new upgrade for the car, not going to fail or anything like that. So yeah, let's see the first time lap. Okay, 1:25.379. from Vergne in the Toro Rosso. My teammate 1:26.903, 1.5 seconds slower than Jean-Eric Vergne. Maldonado with the quickest first sector. Ricciardo has the quickest second sector. We also got Vettel, Alonso, Rosberg out on the track. Everyone else still in the pit. Ricciardo jumps to first place ahead of Bottas. Di Resta fastest in the first sector. Okay. There is more drivers leaving, I guess. It sound like it. Maldonado, Ricciardo, Bottas, Vergne, Pic, Chilton, Bianchi are the order so far, but Alonso is also on a timed lap. If he does not get held up by traffic, then I'm sure he's going to jump to first place. Sutil 1:25.044, fastest lap of the session so far. But Alonso is on a really good lap. Fastest in the first and second sector. Di Resta jumps to first place. And let's see, Alonso does jump to number 1 spot, but his last sector was kind of slow. He was slower than Di Resta. But it didn't matter because he's still in first place. Over half a second quicker than Di Resta. Then we have Sutil, Maldonado, Vergne. Maldonado, Ricciardo, Vergne, Bottas, Bianchi, Chilton. Pic and Chilton. Vettel is also on a timed lap. And Rosberg also, but that's not a good second sector from him. He was most likely held up by someone. Yeah, he's only P8. He was held up by traffic. Okay, so Webber, Raikkonen, Hülkenberg and Gutierrez is also out. So everyone else, well, not everyone, but most of the drivers are out on the track. As usual, I'm going to wait for the last 5 minutes of the session to go out. I think my teammate is also going out. Yep, he's going out again. I know that I can accelerate time, but the problem with that is that the lap times of the AI is going to be bugged. Like, I don't know if it's going to be too quick or too slow, but yeah, it kind of messes up the lap times of the AI if you speed the time or if you accelerate the time. Okay, we got Hamilton, Massa, Alonso, Perez, Button in the top 5. Okay, Webber, Vettel is also out on timed laps. Webber with the fastest second sector. So yeah, that's why I don't accelerate the time, because the AI doesn't really like it when you do that in in these kinds of games. I don't know if it's still an issue in later games, later F1 games, but yeah, it was a problem. Webber jumps to first place ahead of Hamilton and Massa. And for whatever reason, Vettel did not complete his lap time or his lap. Maybe he had some sort of a collision with someone. Or maybe he retired. That also could be a possibility. That would be really bad for him. Because Hamilton is in P2. And since Vettel has no lap time, he's not going to make it into the second part of qualifying. So yeah, if he really did retire, then it's kind of game over for this qualifying session for him. Webber, Hamilton, Massa, Rosberg, Raikkonen, Alonso, Perez, Button, Grosjean and Di Resta are the top 10. Tutti, Maldonado, Ricciardo, Vergne, Bottas and Gutierrez are the drivers who will get through the second part. I think Hülkenberg was also held up because, yeah, he posted a 1:26.098. That's not a good lap time. But yeah, there might have been a collision between Vettel and someone else. Because for whatever reason he abandoned his lap time. Or his timed lap. We got almost 8 minutes to go. Hülkenberg is on a timed lap, so he might improve. His sectors look decent so far. What? Did he... Seems like he also came back into the pits, so... I'm kind of wondering if maybe it was Hülkenberg and Vettel who had a collision. Because it's weird that, you know, Vettel only did 1 lap, meanwhile Hülkenberg did 3, but those were not a good laps, so yeah, he's not going to get through with that lap time. He has to improve. There is 8 minutes to go. Hamilton on an out lap, Alonso and Perez as well. And then Di Resta, Maldonado, Ricciardo and Bottas also, but yeah, I think those lap times are going to be enough to get through to the second part of qualifying. Vettel is still in the pits for whatever reason. I don't think I can see from the pits if he may be retired from the session. I can only imagine that he had some sort of collision, but whatever. His teammate is in first place so far. That would be crazy if Webber made a comeback in the championship fight. Because so far he's pretty far ahead of Hamilton. I mean, he's almost 4/10 quicker than him. So I think he might actually have a chance to get on pole position. If he can keep this up, of course. Okay, we got like a bit to go until I go out. So far my teammate is also ahead of the 2 Marussia cars. Vettel is still in the pit, so yeah, I think he might have retired from the session. Which will definitely hurt him in the championship fight against Lewis. He got Grosjean in P9. I think he got a 10th place grid penalty previously at the Belgian Grand Prix. Alonso in first place now. The track is definitely improving. Let's see. We got a bunch of cars arriving at the Parabolica. Not all of them are on a fast lap, so it would be nice if they just enter the pits. So I'm going to go out. Let me check the okay, the setup is set. Drive out. Okay, 5 minutes to go. I have time for 2 laps, maybe even 3. Let's put the fuel consumption into the lean mix to save some fuel. Just in case I have to do a 3rd lap. I mean, qualifying are kind of challenging the way I do them because, you know, the only time I do a lap on the track is when I do the qualifying, or if there is a update for the car or an upgrade. But yeah, other than that, you have to get used to it really quickly. Really hoping that there won't be any anyone ahead of me. Won't be interrupted by traffic when I'm on my timed lap. It was not a good entry. Already at top speed. Trying to be really careful with the braking because of, you know, how understeer this car is. It's like it doesn't want to turn. Of course, I'm not going to get into the second part, but, you know, maybe... Ooh, that was, yeah, too much. Too much. Lost a lot of time with that, unfortunately. Yeah, that was not good. That was not a good corner. Oh, come on. Yeah, this was not a good lap. Yeah. And yeah, it seems like Vettel is out of the session because there is only 21 drivers. So yeah, that's going to be really bad for him in the title fight. That was a lot better than previously. This one not so much. Come on. I'm hoping that my top speed will help me out at this track. It was close to the gravel trap a lot quicker than the previous lap. We have time for a third lap if I really need to do one. Yeah, I'm still behind my teammates. We can try. Hopefully the fuel will last. It was really deep. It was kind of a messy corner. I'm not sure the fuel is going to last. Actually a bit slower than the first lap. Oh shit, yeah. Try to do too much. Yeah, so it's going to be P21. I'm pretty far off actually from Chilton, like 4 tenths away from him, so yeah. Unfortunate, but yeah, whatever. Hopefully the race is going to go better. Things might change because of, you know, the rain. Alonso actually says the fastest lap at the end. But yeah, Vettel last place. No time set for him. Bro, I was the only driver who set 1:27. Everyone else was below that. So yeah, not a good, not the kind of qualifying I was looking for. But yeah, so it's Vergne. It's kind of surprising that Vergne did not make it into the second part. But Vergne is 17th. Pick, Bianchi, Chilton and me and Vettel are going to be the drivers for, the drivers who did not make it into the second part. And let's see who ended up winning qualifying. Yeah. Yeah, this was not a good qualifying, to say the least. Yeah, it was not a good qualifying. But I'm hoping that the top speed will help me in the race. Because it's going to be difficult for the AI to overtake me. Especially if they can't use... Yeah, it's rainy, so... It's raining, so... There is no DRS, at least for now. So yeah, let's see who... So it's Hamilton on pole. Yeah. That's really bad for Sebastian, who is in last place. Then we have Alonso, Raikkonen, Rosberg, Button, Ricardo qualified P6. Then we have Webber. So Red Bull in general did not have a great qualifying, to say the least. Then we have Perez, Hülkenberg and Massa in the top 10. Grosjean, Di Resta, Maldonado, Sutil, Bottas, Gutierrez, Vergne, Pick, Bianchi, Chilton, me and Vettel are the drivers for today's Grand Prix. 53 laps. Ay. Vettel is in a really difficult spot because, you know, if there was DRS, if it was dry and there was DRS, then he could potentially move up quicker in the order, but since there is no DRS because of the rain, it's going to be difficult for him. Although I think he might get me at the start. I'm usually pretty slow off the line. Okay, away we go. Can I maybe... I don't even know if I want to hold Vettel back because he's just so much... He's so much faster than me. This is going to be... Ooh, that was really close to Bianchi. Have to be careful. And yeah, I do lose the position to Vettel. At least for now. Can't really see much. But you know, I'm trying to be careful. Uy. Yeah, the car is sliding around a lot. Someone is off. 2 drivers. I believe my teammate and someone else. Verne. They had a collision in the first lap. That's unfortunate for my teammate. Yeah, the car is just really difficult to get through corners with this kind of setup in the rain. Come on. So Hamilton still in the lead. Okay, there is some parts. Someone maybe going to pit. Chilton might, but actually no. Yeah, I'm even leaving him behind even though he's in my slipstream. Massa is in P17. See without a front wing maybe. Yeah. Well, almost crashed into Bianchi. So yeah, Massa is also having a difficult race. Oh, come on. Just the understeer. There was some yellow flag. Ahead or behind maybe. Yeah, maybe behind. We were already up to P19. Yeah, he actually cannot make a attempt at overtaking because my top speed is just so much higher. So even with slipstream, he just cannot overtake me, which is good. But at the same time, I can barely navigate through the corners with this setup. Oh shoot! Especially when I drive like that. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not really having a good time so far. Someone going slow ahead. Yeah, Van Bianchi and maybe one of the Williams cars ahead. Yeah, it's Bottas and someone else ahead. Raikkonen. So without a front wing, maybe. Yep, he is. Up to P16. And also, I believe after this race, I'm going to have the option to, well, not option, you have to choose a rival, which is, I think it's going to be Bottas, since I want to have a contract offer from Williams at the end of the season. Yeah, Van is definitely using some gears to try to overtake. Ooh, can I stop? Oh, I really badly misjudged that corner. I tried to brake late, but well, didn't really work out. I couldn't make the corner. There is like no grip. And once again, the car just doesn't want to make the corner. It's kind of unfortunate that it's raining. I would have preferred if it was like dry. Yeah, Ryan is using some cars to make a attack attempt. Yeah, he might actually pull it off here. Fortunately, I went too wide and couldn't do much about it. He was in the inside and then, yeah. My teammate in P18. Kind of worried about tire wear. Like at least I'm hoping that it won't be too bad. But that's the last thing I need. The game wants me to stop in lap 26. And so far, it's good. But it's obvious that I'm really slow. Like I gain a lot in the straight because of the setup, but I lose a lot in the corners. Someone might be going slow ahead. Maybe. Ahead of Waring. No. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, my teammate is definitely closing in on me. Hamilton, fastest lap. 1:32, 5:83. There is just so much wheel spin. It's crazy. Like, of course, I cannot gently accelerate since I'm on a keyboard. I'm trying to just tap the arrow keys gently, but you know. Yeah, my teammate is really closing in on me. The engineer was kind of quiet, but it sounded like that he told me that this weather is going to last for like 15 minutes. Which is a lot of laps, unfortunately. But maybe it's going to dry up and then we can use the dry tires. I'm hoping that it would be better that way. Or at least the car would work better. Because right now I'm really struggling. In the corners, of course. Come on. I mean, of course, I don't know if I should hold up my teammate because, you know, he seems to be faster, so maybe he can have the chance to catch maybe Verne or Bottas ahead of us. But I don't know, at the same time I want to finish ahead of him. And of course, if team orders were part of the game, then the team would definitely tell me to let pick ahead, since he appears to be faster than me. Oh, that was a bit too wide. Yeah. It's just so difficult to make the corners with this setup. Might as well just let Pig go ahead and overtake me. There is like zero grip for me, at least. I mean, I'm really quick in a straight line, but I'm not going to overtake him. I could have, but I don't want to. That first gear is really long. Takes a long time for the car to, you know, actually accelerate. Oh fuck. Well, Raikkonen is going to be a lot quicker than me anyway, so it's not like I can escape from him. Come on, bro. I might not be able to attack into turn 1. I kind of interrupted him at the Parabolica. Okay, so yeah, the weather is going to improve. The engineer did tell me. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it's going to help me out. Maybe the inters are going to work better than these wets, but I don't know. I mean, qualifying was dry and yeah, I couldn't really put in a great lap time. Raikkonen is just so much quicker. Just barely managed to stop. Right up my ass. It's so difficult to keep him behind. I'm trying to help my teammate, who's already almost 5 seconds ahead. Hamilton fastest lap. 132. 287. Oh shoot, I had a bit of an incident with Raikkonen and I got a penalty. Fantastic. I guess that was fair. It turned in too early for the corner, and as I tried to like open up on the steering, I lost the rear and I ended up sliding into Raikkonen, so that was unfortunate but fair. It's actually like driving on ice, because I just cannot make the corners. Already a penalty. Let's do the penalty. And yeah, tire is also not looking very good. And yeah, I'm going to be last. Okay, I think this is Hamilton who is leading the race. Yep, this is Hamilton. Might as well overtake Chilton. And then let go. Okay, nice. That was perfect. I did make up one position. This is what I'm talking about. The car just has no traction at all. Like, no matter what I do. Maybe I can attack Chilton into turn 1 using the high top speed that I have. I can get a good exit. Going to be difficult. Yeah, look, it's just sliding. The rear is just sliding the moment I start to accelerate. Doesn't matter how flat the corner is. Oh yeah, I can maybe... Thank you, I can take the position. And it looks like it's a Mercedes 1-2 for them. Hamilton leads ahead of Rosberg. I think that is a Mercedes behind. Somewhat retired. I'm going to have a look at the race director in a second. Okay, it's Rosberg in second place. Come on. So far the situation did not improve for me. Hamilton fastest lap, 131.8. Bro, I'm doing 137. Ay. Can overtake Bianchi? Nice. Like, for whatever reason, the AI kind of brakes too early into turn 1. So that's like pretty much the only spot where I can retake a position. He got on the grass a bit at the braking zone. Missed the corner. I just have to wait so much for until I can put down the power when I'm exiting a corner. That is crazy. But just a few more minutes and apparently the weather is going to improve. That might help me, but I don't know. Let's have a look at the race director. So yeah, it is a Mercedes 1-2, Hamilton leading Rosberg. And then Button up to P3, ahead of Alonso and Perez, so the two McLarens are doing really well so far. Ricciardo managed to keep P6 so far. Webber still 7th place. Sutil and Vettel already up to P9 in like what, 15 or 16 laps. It's not bad. I was kind of expecting him to be like expected him to find it difficult to move up, but apparently he's doing really well. 50 laps and up to P9 from last place. Grosjean P10, Di Resta, Maldonado, Hülkenberg only P13, Vergne, Bottas, Pick, my teammate is up in P16, Raikkonen P17, Massa, me, Bianchi, Chilton, and Gutierrez is the one who retired. So yeah, so far one retirement and the two Mercedes cars are leading the race. If they do end up finishing like this, then yeah, they're going to score a lot of points for Mercedes. And I think they might actually take the lead in the Constructors' Championship. Yeah, the tire wear is not good. Okay, so Bianchi's saving fuel. We also got more front runners. Coming up behind me. I guess that's going to be Button if he's still in P3. Might be misremembering, but I think one of the McLarens already has a podium this season. Maybe it's Perez. But I might be wrong. I know that Perez was close to a podium at one of the races, but eventually he lost out to Hamilton, I think. So yeah, if I'm wrong, then the highest position, or the highest finishing position for a McLaren driver could be P4. And then the AI is already doing like 131 low. Let's see, but Alonso P4, and then I guess it's going to be Perez in P5. Don't want to interrupt too much, but as I mentioned before, the AI is kind of slow into the braking zone, into turn 1. Yeah, Perez is going to now let me. Okay, 10 seconds to Bianchi. That's good. But I still have to do a lot of laps, and yeah, the tire wear is not good. Oh shoot, I took too much curb. Like, the track is definitely improving. We got Ricciardo in P6. That should be a really good result for him. So yeah, the track is definitely improving as the AI keeps setting fast laps or improving the lap times. Trying to let Webber through nicely. Damn, Massa is already 31 seconds ahead. And I guess my teammate is even further ahead. It's like one of those cases when, for whatever reason, the AI seems to have a really good first stint. They might lose a lot of time in the second or third one. I don't know why the game is like this. This was the case in the Silverstone Grand Prix as well, when at the start of the race I had no pace compared to anyone, and then eventually by the end of the race I managed to come up like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds behind my teammate. So yeah, it's kind of annoying, but whatever. Okay, Bianchi, I guess, is trying to close the gap now. Yeah, Hamilton again with the fastest lap, 1:30.729. Yeah, the tires are not looking good. And I'm pretty sure I have to come in before the track would dry up enough for intermediates. Okay, my teammate is 37 seconds ahead. It's crazy. In just 21 laps, he's already over half a minute ahead. Yeah, I don't know why the game is like this. And the AI is really fast in the first stint. And then as the race goes on, that pace just disappears for them. This happened at the Canadian Grand Prix as well. Then for whatever reason I had no pace at the early stages, and then in the last few, like I don't know, 10 laps, I was suddenly quick. I don't know why it's like this, it's kind of weird, but whatever, you know. I guess it's one of these perks or silly things about the game. At least there is no car that's going to lap me. I can just focus on the track ahead. And yeah, the track is massively improving. That was not a good exit. But as I mentioned before, the first gear is really long. It just takes so long for the car to accelerate. Hamilton 1:30.558. And someone is closing in. I don't know if it's a car that's going to lap me or if that's Bianchi in the Marussia. We would need to do 3 more laps and okay, so apparently Bianchi is falling behind. And yeah, that's a car that's going to lap me. Which is good that Bianchi is falling behind and not gaining time on me. Oh. Went really wide at that corner. Come on, who is this? Vettel, come on, pass me please. cut the corner too much. Okay. Thankfully it wasn't so bad. But yeah, I'm losing time to my teammate. Already 40 seconds ahead. Crazy. And those who behind me are, I think those are Bianchi and Hilton fighting for P20. Come on. Bianchi dropped behind. I'm not sure if he got lapped again by someone. Or what happened, or maybe he's just defending his position from Chilton. Okay, so this lap I would have to come in. I think I'm going to do that because I don't know how long it will take for the track to dry up until I can put on the intermediate. I don't think I can make it until then with this set of wets. Like the tire were just so high for me. I'm sliding all over the place, so it's kind of understandable. Okay, yellow flags somewhere. Not anymore. Don't know if that was behind. Okay, 2 drivers are out. We will have a look at that in a second as to what the hell just happened, because 2 drivers are out. Let's see. So Rosberg and Hamilton are in the... Rosberg pitted. Okay. I don't know how Perez is up to P3. That's kind of interesting. Since he made a pit stop, so he's doing really well. But yeah, Hamilton, Rosberg, Perez is the first 3. And then we have Sutil, Ricciardo, Alonso, Vettel, Grosjean, Maldonado, Hülkenberg. Webber retired and Button retired. So I think it's obvious that they had a incident. They crashed into each other and yeah. It's a shame for Button because he was running 3rd place, I believe. So yeah. But that means more positions for me. I'm going to pit them. Put on the vets again. That's what the others are doing. I think it would have been too early for the intermediates. Yeah, what a shame for Button, he was having such a good race. But it's good for Perez. This time he might actually get the podium. So I guess Chilton has some damage to his front wing. Or Bianchi maybe? I'm trying to close in on Bianchi. .7 seconds. So yeah, I can close into him, but it's just so difficult to keep the car on the track. Up to P17 now. My teammate is P16. Yeah, that was a bit too late into turn 1. It's okay. There was 17 seconds to pick and almost 13 seconds to Chilton behind. And I'm really hoping that at least the second stint is going to be better than the first one. Yeah, the engine kind of looks starting to look orange-ish. This is of course the usual stuff. During the races I kind of go hard on the engine and the gearbox. Because of the mod that I have, it kind of changes the gear ratios and the game changes gear often. Since I'm using the automatic transmission, it changes gear often, and it seems like it's putting a lot of stress on the gearbox and the engine. Like I think it was the Hungarian Grand Prix when for the last few laps one of the gears, I think it was either third or fourth gear, that was skipping. Making some ground up on pick. But yeah, that's kind of like an interesting feature of the game, that you could damage the gearbox and certain gears would be unavailable, I guess. Because I think if I was using the the manual transmission, I could not have been able to shift into third gear because it was well damaged. Come on, Grosjean overtake me. It was a bit too wide, but didn't go onto the gravel trap, thankfully. Am I closing in on my teammate, maybe? I mean, I had to slow down this lap, so it's not a fair comparison. To slow down to let Grosjean through. But at least I'm putting a distance between me and Bianchi, so that's good. I keep making turn 1 a bit too difficult for myself by braking too late. You got one of the, maybe a Williams car behind me, or maybe a Ferrari car. I'm gaining on my teammate, finally. And we just need to keep it clean. And the weather did improve. Like, it's not raining as hard as it used to at the start, but the track is still not good for intermediates. Yeah, I think that's... maybe it's a Sauber behind, and Kenta was the other car. But if it's a Sauber, then it has to be Hülkenberg, since Gutierrez is already out of the race. Bianchi is almost 21 seconds behind, so yeah, that's good. That's good. So we got, yeah, that does look like a Sauber. So that's Hülkenberg behind. Come on, he's up to P9. And this is one of the Williams cars, Maldonado, fighting for points. I lost a lot of time with this, but I have to let them through, unfortunately. Because if I don't, then of course I'm going to get a penalty. I think it's like a 10-second time penalty or something like that. So the rain is going to stop in like 15 minutes. So the track might... Oh fuck, what the fuck was that? I just went flying. So yeah, it's going to be... it might dry up near the end. I lost so much time to pick this lap. Yeah. This was not a good lap, but whatever. I'm definitely not as slow as I was in the first stint. Oh, come on. Okay, so the team wants me to pit for inters. I'm definitely going to do that. And yeah, I'm glad that I changed tires, because I don't think I could have made it to lap 33 on the previous set of tires. I think I would have gotten a puncture. I really hope I'm not going to get held up, because my teammate is also coming into the pit. Or did they not pit? Well, this might be a mistake, but we will see. So no one else pitted behind me. That's not good. Let's put in the rich mix. So why did the AI not pit? I don't get it. Like the Intel seem to be working decently. I don't think I'm going to jump my teammate, because he was really far ahead when I made the pit stop, like 10 seconds ahead. So yeah, he's like 26 seconds ahead, not jumping ahead of him. But it doesn't look like he's pitting, so I'm confused. And it's obvious that the intermediates work better. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the AI. Ooh, that was not a good first corner combo. Yeah, I'm so much faster than the AI. I don't know why they are not pitting for intermediates. Maybe they are waiting for the dry segment so they can switch over to the yeah, that's the only explanation that I have, that maybe the AI will wait until the track dries up enough for dry tires, but yeah, I don't think that's a good strategy. Because they are really slow right now. And now they are going to pit, okay. My teammate is also pitting. I think I'm going to jump him now, since I closed in a lot. I don't know why they delayed the pit stop. Yeah, and also jumped. Teammate, and who is this? Let's say sober. Better not overtake him. Since he's, you know, he's ahead of me in the race. There is no need to jump him. Ooh, that was slightly too deep into the corner. Okay, I'm also going to switch back to the mixed tool. And yeah, the engine and the gearbox are not looking good. Oh, come on. I think there is like maybe 8 or 7 minutes of until the rain stops. I think that's what the my engineer said. Yeah, the inters definitely work better, at least for now, than the vets did. My teammate is now over 10 seconds behind, which is really good. Bottas is really far ahead though, 33 seconds ahead. Grosjean 1:28.060, fastest lap of the race. I also did my personal best, 1:31.743. We got a Williams coming up behind. I think it might be Maldonado, because he was running P10 before the pit stop, so I guess he made up a position. Vic is now almost 16 seconds behind. That's really good. Alonso, fastest lap. Okay, 5 minutes and the train is going to stop. But after that, of course, we have to wait until the track dries up. So yeah, at the end of the race, the track might actually dry up. Which I don't know if I would gain more. I think Bottas is way too far ahead. I mean, I could if the AI once again had this delayed pit stop. Like, I don't know why they waited a few extra laps until they put on the intermediates. Like, they were obviously slower on the wets than me on the inters. Oh, my teammate is in the pit, so I guess he damaged the car. Something happened to him. I'm getting blue flags. One of the Williams cars with a damaged front wing, and it's actually Massa who recently overtook them. I guess that's going to be Maldonado behind. No surprise that he couldn't keep ahead of Massa, especially considering that his car is damaged. On the right side of his front wing is missing. Massa fastest lap 1:27.072. It's kind of too far. I'd wait for the... Okay, let me give him some slipstream and then brake. So I move out of the way. Okay, nice. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but, you know, I didn't want it to slow down in the middle of the corner or in the middle of the straight to let him through. And also I think these tires will last until I have to switch over. If I have to switch over, because the laps are really going down and down. Okay, Bianchi's 27 seconds behind, so I don't think he's going to be too much trouble for now or for the rest of the race, unless I end up having an accident, or maybe I get a penalty or something. Yeah, the car feels so much better now on the intermediates. So much better. Like, it doesn't feel like that it's sliding all over the place. The moment you try to turn in for a corner or try to accelerate out of a corner, it feels a lot better. Like, of course it slides a bit when it comes to like sudden direction changes, like into the first chicane. You can kind of hear the car sliding, but that's, you know, that's normal since the setup that I have isn't very good for this kind of weather. But 127 flat, it's a nice lap. And I think it's going to be less than 10 laps remaining because I was lapped twice by the front runners. Yeah, there might not be enough laps for the track to dry up. Bianchi over 33 seconds behind, so yeah, P16 is going to be secured. Hopefully. That was a bit too much. Went a bit wide. And how is the... well, yeah, the engine and the gearbox situation is not looking good. Yeah, the weather is really improving now. The AI keeps setting fastest lap, so yeah, rain is pretty much stopped. Bianchi 51 seconds, what the hell happened? Did he make a pit stop? Maybe? Someone is closing in. I think that's one of the Force Indias. Maybe running in P11. Yeah, I think it's going to be Sutil maybe. I think he was the one further up in the order, not Di Resta. Yeah, I think Bianchi had some sort of incident because he completely dropped behind and he's over, my teammate is over a minute behind, so yeah, I don't think I can lose this position now, which is good because it wasn't looking very good at the beginning of the race. Like I just had no pace, but now it's fine. The car feels a lot better. It's one of the Force Indias. The rest actually wasn't Sutil. Running in P11, yeah. Not a point scoring position. I'm also going to have a look at the race director in a second. Okay, let's see. So we got Hamilton, Rosberg, so still Mercedes 1-2. I don't think they are going to lose this. They just cannot lose it by now. Perez still in third place, and Vettel up to P4. Starting from last place, he's up to P4. That's insane. Alonso P5, Sutil P6, Grosjean P7, Hülkenberg, Massa and Maldonado are the top 10. The rest are Raikkonen. I mean, Raikkonen is also trying to recover, but yeah, it's not working out as good as it's working out for Vettel. I mean, he's up to P4 from starting from last place. So yeah, we got where Ricardo dropped back a bit, well, a lot actually. He was running P6 for a long time and he's only P14 now, so yeah. Bottas, me, Pick, Chilton, Bianchi, and of course the guys who retired, Webber, Button and Gutierrez. So yeah, it's very likely going to be a Mercedes 1-2. They're going to gain a lot of points over Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship. But not so much in the Drivers' Championship, because Vettel is doing an amazing job saving this race. They're having, I don't know if he had like maybe an issue with the car, or maybe he collided with someone on his timed lap, but I think he did collide with someone, and yeah, did an amazing job this race. Maybe he even can overtake Perez for a podium, but to be honest, I kind of want Perez to finish P3, because there was a race, I think it was was it Silverstone? Where Perez was running third place for most of the race and he ended up losing it to, I think it was Hamilton who took the third place from Perez. So yeah, that was a shame. Rosberg behind me. Oh, that was a bit, went onto the grass a bit too much, because I tried to give room to Rosberg. But yeah, it's a shame for Button, because he was the one running in third place before Perez, and yeah, I think they would have scored both cars in or had both cars in the top 5. but they are definitely going to put a lot of points between themselves and Sauber. There were 2 more retirements actually. Hold on. Someone, Ricardo retired maybe. Hold on, let me just check this one. Who retired? Bottas and Ricardo retired from the race, I believe. I guess they had a collision. Okay. That's surprising. So this means I'm going to finish in P14. Oh man, if there was only a few more retirements, bro, I could score a point. But I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen. And also the track is really drying up. Yeah, I'm up to P14 now, that's fantastic. But it's not going to be enough for a point, unfortunately. Unless there are more retirements. Which I guess it can happen, but it's unlikely. I would need 4 more retirements and then I would be a point scorer. Okay, so the team is asking me to change tires, which I'm going to do because, well, Verne is already a minute ahead, so yeah, even if I stay out, I'm not going to be ahead of him, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm going to change onto the options. The AI might not do that because of, well, because there is only a few laps remaining, so the AI might not do that. Vettel fastest lap is really closing in on Perez then. I'm kind of hoping he wouldn't take that podium from him. And it would be so nice if Perez managed to get a podium for McLaren. Of course, that did not happen in real life. The 2013 McLaren wasn't a very good car to say the least. Let's put on the mix 2. Yeah, the last corner is a bit more wet than the others. Oh, is this the first 3? Yeah, so Perez is right behind me and there is Vettel in 4th place, so he's really close to overtaking him. I don't want to mess up and, you know, just let both of them ahead, not interfere with the fight. But it was actually Raikkonen, so never mind. Never mind. I was thinking that this was Vettel in 4th place behind Perez. So Verne just left me, I guess. Bianchi, please let me... Thank you. I'm lapping Bianchi. So I think after this one more lap and then the race is going to be done. And it does look like that the AI did change tires to the options. But you know, it doesn't matter because Verne is just so far ahead of me. I mean, he already left me once, so it didn't matter. Even if I stayed out on the inters, I just would not have gained enough time over him. I think this is the last lap. Since I was left like twice, I believe. And yeah, Hamilton wins the Italian Grand Prix. And I think Rosberg is going to claim second place. I just have to do one more corner. And then I'm also going to claim P14, which I think might be the... I think I finished P14 at the Bahrain Grand Prix, but I will have a look at that later. So yeah, P14, really good race. Really good race. My teammate P15, that's also amazing. Of course, the team wanted me to finish P20, but we outdone that by far. But of course, this was done this is thanks to having a decent amount of retirement. So Bottas, Ricciardo, I think they had a collision some point at the race, and then Webber and Button also crashed into each other, I believe. As they retired at the same time, and Gutierrez had some sort of issue with his car. But yeah, it's Hamilton and Rosberg, Mercedes 1-2. So last time the winner was Rosberg, and now it's Hamilton. I don't know if it's the first Mercedes 1-2 of the season. But yeah, and unfortunately at the end, Perez loses not only the podium, but he also loses the fourth place. So yeah, I guess as the track was drying up, he was losing pace, and yeah. But what a crazy drive from Vettel. I mean, he qualified on last place. Like, he didn't set a lap time. I don't know what happened to him. And he just went through the field and finished in third position. It was a really good damage control from him. Although he still loses 10 points to Hamilton, which is going to hurt, but, you know, really good drive from him. Then we have Alonso in fourth place. Well, he qualified second, but yeah, once again he misses out on the podium by just a few seconds. Perez, unfortunately, doesn't get the podium. Finishes, but he still finishes P5. That's a great result for him and McLaren. Then we have Sutil, 6th place, 8 points for Force India. That's a really good race for him, especially since he started from P14. Then we have Grosjean. He also made up a decent amount of positions. Hülkenberg, Massa, and Maldonado scores again for Williams. And then we have Di Resta, Raikkonen, Vergne, me, Pick, Chilton, Bianchi, Bottas, Ricciardo, Webber, Button, and Gutierrez. So yeah, this was a really good race. It started out really badly for me. So yeah, this is how the Drivers' Championship looks like. 7 points between Hamilton and Vettel. Of course, Vettel is still leading. Rosberg is, yeah, he's over 50 points behind, so, you know, getting more and more unlikely that he's going to have a chance at the championship. Fernando is P4. He's been being really consistent this season, although the car is not really there to match his consistency or his skill, I guess. Then we have Webber in 5th position, Raikkonen P6, Grosjean, Hülkenberg, Massa, and Perez in the top 10. We have Button, Sutil, Maldonado, Di Resta, Vergne, Ricciardo, and Gutierrez are the only drivers who scored points. The others who did not is Bottas, me, Pick, Bianchi, and Chilton. Yeah, that was a really good result for Sutil, finishing P6 for Force India. So with this result, Mercedes takes the number 1 spot in the standings with 9 points ahead of Red Bull. Then we have Lotus, Ferrari, McLaren, and Sauber. Well, they are getting further and further from each other. Like, maybe Ferrari can have a chance to finish 3rd if they can do better, I guess. But yeah, also Sauber is falling away from McLaren, especially after a race like this, when none of the Sauber drivers scored any points. Or did, well, actually did. Hülkenberg finished 8th, and Perez finished P5, so yeah, McLaren did outscore Sauber a bit. Today, Force India up to 20 points, although they are really far from Sauber. Then we have Toro Rosso with 10 points. They are also kind of falling behind Force India. It's looking more and more unlikely that they are going to be in the fight for P7 in the Constructors' Championship. Williams, P9. Caterham and Marussia are the rest for the Constructors' Championship. We are still on course for our objective, which is to finish ahead of Marussia. Man, what a race. It started off really bad, but yeah, thanks to all of these retirements, I managed to finish in a really good spot. And we will see if the contract was withdrawn, but I think they did. I think Williams did retract the offer. Got a bunch of XP, level 10. Nice. Yeah. So the contract was withdrawn, which was expected because, you know, it's a contract that you can only sign for like, I don't know, 3 races or 2. So yeah, I'm hoping that Williams will give me another contract at the end of the season. And the fastest lap was set by Vettel this race. No wonder he just charged through the entire field. It was an amazing drive from him. But yeah, I'm going to switch back to my other screen. And also quit the game in a second. So yeah, it was a really damn good race. P14. I will have a look at the Bahrain Grand Prix because that was the best result so far, and I'm not sure if it was a P14 finish or a P15. But yeah, it was a really good race today. It started off kind of bad with a slow qualifying, but yeah, it was a great race. So the next race is going to be Singapore. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, and if I stream, I don't know if it's going to be Metro 2033 or another F1 episode. But yeah, I'm going to thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed today's stream and today's race. And I hope that you will have a great day or a great night or a good morning, whatever time zone you are in. So I wanted to thank you guys for watching, and I see you next stream. So bye bye.